So today in the news, we have fears over potential riots coming up with a couple of, I guess you could say, related but not that related incidents in Atlanta, Georgia, and Memphis, Tennessee. So in Atlanta, Georgia, there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on with whatchamacallit. You've had so Atlanta, Georgia is trying to build a new police training center, and that's garnered a lot of opposition from local activists or anti-police activists, I guess you can say. These are what most people describe as Antifa types. They dress in black. Anyhow, police have been trying to clear out the area where they're going to build the new facility because that's where the protests are. They call themselves Treehouse Antifa or Treehouse Protesters or something like that. Anyhow, one person who was in that area, his name was let's see where it is, Tortuga or something. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, he's an environmental activist, Manuel Esteban Paz Terran. That's his full name. I think his nickname is Tortuga, though. Anyhow, according to this, there was gunfire exchange between himself and Georgia State Police. Seems as though the police are saying that he shot first, which, I mean, of course they would say that. I don't know why you wouldn't. I'm not sure why they would say otherwise. That's why would. Yeah. Anyhow, it seems like this guy probably shot first. Maybe he didn't, but I'm less inclined to think so. I mean, it's dark. We saw what happened to the the anti-police riots of 2020. Yeah, apparently this whole facility they're planning on building was meant to be kind of the I guess compromise or supposed to improve the quality of police in Atlanta itself, but that wasn't good enough for these people. So yeah, they're trying to block the construction of this new thing. These protests are just anti-police in general. I don't think they want better policing. I think they just want no police. I think that's. I mean, that would make sense to me. Otherwise, what are you supposed to assume that these people are just dumb? I don't know. Maybe they are, but I'm assuming they're protesting there because they legitimately do not want police to exist in Atlanta. And take that for whatever you think. You can have your own opinions on it. I don't think it's such a good idea. I think police are a necessary function if you want to have a stable society, but that's what they're doing right now. But in anticipation of the potential riots that are coming up, the Brian Kemp, governor of Georgia, he's ordering 1,000 National Guard to be ready, and this order of his will expire on February 9th. So basically, people are getting ready for this stuff. And obviously, this is all from Fox News. Well, this story is. We have NBC, who's also covering this. Cop City, the Atlanta Police Center, prompted national demonstrations. Similar stuff, but you can see the framing difference in this whole article. As you read through it, you can kind of see that there's emphasis on the word alleged when it comes to what these activists are doing. They allegedly did things. They allegedly threw fireball. They allegedly threw a Molotovs at police. This person allegedly tried to shoot police. You know, they even referenced the anti-police violence protests of 2020, so at least they're admitting that there was a lot of violence that happened then, or at least some. But the Atlanta City Council, they're in favor of building this new thing. These protesters, they're calling it Cop City. And they kind of give a brief story about how the whole deal in Atlanta evolved over time. It starts from the anti-police, or the protesters trying to deny the police from building this thing. Gunfire is exchanged with one of the protesters. One of the protesters is killed. This guy, there it is, Tortuguita, I guess, or Tort. This non-binary 26-year-old activist. Well, I don't want to say that this person didn't. Maybe this person didn't necessarily do anything to deserve being shot. But I can only assume this person probably did, in fact, bring a gun to this park and shot and exchanged gunfire with police. I don't know. Seems like a dumb thing. I mean, these people are protesting to get rid of police, and that's the dumbest thing in the world, in my opinion. You need police. Granted, you don't want bad police, you want good police. You have problems, it's fine to advocate for reform, but this entire training center is meant to give you better police. I don't think protesting this is a good idea, but that's what this person is doing. But no, where is I? Try to highlight something, yeah. So it's basically being built on the construction of an old prison farm. Apparently, Georgia used to have laborers who were doing some sort of agricultural work or something back in the 20th century. But now they're going to use the same site as police training. But environmental groups and Antifa types are protesting this. They don't like it. And so that's half the problem. So, yeah, that's what's going on in Atlanta. So this place is basically in a state of civil conflict or something, where police and protesters seem to be in plenty of confrontations with each other. It's not a friendly situation. It's not something that's desirable. Not exactly a safe place to be right now. And now we move on to Memphis. In Memphis, police beat and killed this guy named Tyre Nichols. Person was called CJ, I guess. Don Lemon did an interview with the Memphis police chief. This, I think, was I'm not a fan of this interview, and there's a couple reasons why. First, it's being compared to the Rodney King thing? Yeah. Video of Memphis police officers beating Tyre Nichols as bad as Rodney King assault. Memphis police chief says. That's a Fox News title. Then you have the police chief Davis, who said, "I heard Tyre Nichols call out for his mother." I mean, these things are they're evoking memories of the LA riots. They're evoking memories of the George Floyd riots. All this is not exactly good if you're expecting a stable weekend. And with this whole interview coming out on a Friday, they're planning to drop the actual body cam footage Friday afternoon. That's concerning to me, because that means that they could have all weekend to riot. I don't know. Maybe people won't do that, but I mean, just Friday typically on a news ghost die because normal people don't have much to do. But people who want to be activists, well, on Fridays, what do they have to do? They have Saturday, Sunday. Not much to do, so if they want to go out and protest, this is their time to do it. And when you have people who are angry over someone being possibly unfairly killed, it's almost like an invitation for a riot. So this is the other half of the situation where we might have, riots across the country. We have reporting from Andy No basically saying that because of the stuff that happened in Atlanta and in Memphis, we have cities across the U.S. that are getting ready. So we have a bunch of things. So LAPD, they're getting ready. Let's see, we have San Francisco, they're getting ready. DC's getting ready. Seattle's getting ready. Yeah, a lot of these cities back when George Floyd happened, when he was killed, a lot of these cities saw huge riots. So it would only make sense for these same cities to try and double down and get ready. Some cities may not be as bad, but I'd say the cities that you saw the huge George Floyd riots in, those same cities you might see something happen in this time around. But that's about all I have for right now. Obviously, this is all unfortunate. I don't want riots. Riots are bad. People get hurt in riots. I don't think riots help anyone's cause. Maybe there's a chance that these protesters are legitimate in their grievances and they want better changes to happen. I'm less you could say generous in my opinion, but I don't know. Riots don't make the world a better place. Riots just tear things down and make life harder for everyone, and a lot of innocent people tend to get hurt. When riots happen, innocent people have their stores bashed in. People get into fights. People get hurt. There are confrontations between police and protesters. Well, police and rioters. People get hurt. It's not a good thing. So let's hope that nothing happens, that things stay calm. But yeah, that's about all I have for now. Thanks for listening. Consider liking and subscribing if you like this video, and have a good one. Bye.